Hi everyone, I'm going to show you how I made these Christmas ornaments to hang on your Christmas tree using a method called English paper piecing. Here's what you will need for the project: a pair of scissors, a glue stick, some ribbon for hanging, some coordinated thread, some sewing needles, some Christmas scrap fabric, and a pattern that has a 1.5-inch hexagon. So let's get started. You'll need to find a 1.5-inch hexagon pattern, print them out, then cut them out. You will need 12 hexagon pieces for this project. They look like this. What we'll do next is take our hexagon paper pieces, our glue, and our scrap Christmas fabric, and we'll put a dab of glue on the back of each hexagon piece, placing it on the wrong side of the fabric. Then we will take a ruler or whatever device that you have and place it on the hexagon and cut 1/4 seam allowance all the way around. It should look a lot like these. After you have all 12 hexagon pieces cut out, you will then take your glue stick and put glue on one side of the hexagon, and then fold that piece of fabric up over the hexagon piece, just like you see here. Do this on all 6 sides of the hexagon. Then once you have your hexagon pieces all glued, they should look like this. This is what the back side looks like, and this is what the front side should look like. Then you will take 6 hexagons, 2 of each color, to make one side of the Christmas wreath. Then you will take your sewing needle, coordinating thread, 2 hexagon pieces, and place them right sides together, forming a sandwich. Now take your needle and thread at one corner of the hexagon, push your needle through, grabbing little bits of fabric from both sides. Pull it through, then come up and over and back through the same side. This technique is called a whip stitch. It should look like this. Now you should have one side of two hexagons sewn together. It should look something like this. Then you will grab a third hexagon and do the same sewing technique on the third, and it should look like this. Here's how I sew mine together. I take 3 hexagons at a time, sew them together, sew another 3 together, then I lay out the 6 hexagons like you see here. Take the 3 hexagons, put them right sides together with the backs facing out, and sew each side of the hexagons with a whip stitch. The front side of the wreath should look like this. And here's the back side of the wreath. You'll flip both pieces over, and using a pick or a wooden dowel of some sort, you will lift up the edges of the fabric off the back of the hexagon paper piece, and you do it very carefully. You will then take out the paper piecing from the fabric hexagon. It should now look something like this. And don't worry, you've used glue and things to keep it in shape. So then you'll take an iron or just finger press it down. It will still keep the hexagon shape. Now you should have all your hexagons out of your fabric pieces, and you should end up with something that looks like this. 2 pieces of Christmas wreath. Now take both sides of the wreath, putting them together and matching them up to make sure they fit. If they fit, you've done it correctly. Take one side of the wreath, put glue stick at the top of one of your hexagon shapes. Place a 5-inch piece of ribbon folded in half on top where you put the glue to make it stick. Then place the top wreath pieces on top of that. It should look like this. Then you will take your Christmas wreath over to your sewing machine and sew all the way around the top edge very closely. Then you will move to the center of the wreath, stitching very closely to the edge of the wreath all the way around the middle of the wreath. Once you are done, you will take little tiny buttons, if you like, and sew them back to back on the wreath. It should look something like this. I hope you enjoyed learning how to make these Christmas ornaments.